In a room where they keep dead bodies, a man is doing something very wrong. He's having sex with a corpse, which has a symbol showing it's dangerous. Then he cleans himself up and touches a tube that's empty. After that, he goes back to his car. Meanwhile, a young woman named Samantha prepares to attend her friend Alice's party. When Alice asks what she would like to drink, she simply says beer would be great. Samantha is approached by Riley, who is trying to flirt with her. She avoids him by saying she has a bathroom appointment. On her way there, she meets Zane, who asks about her and her girlfriend, Nikki. She makes a sad emoji face, making Zane apologize. Then he offers her drugs if she ever needs them, as if they're a magical elixir for heartbreak. At the party, Alice keeps pouring Samantha drinks, and she guzzles them like a fish in a drought. Riley notices this, and Zane tells him that she's allergic to our kind because she is into rainbow stuff, so he should try his luck somewhere else. Then, Alice calls out Riley and makes a mean joke about him, making him feel embarrassed at the party. Meanwhile, Samantha leaves a voicemail for her girlfriend, sounding like she really misses her. As Samantha drinks too much and can't think clearly, BJ approaches her and offers her more alcohol. She tells him she's a lesbian and talks about her problems with her girlfriends. As she starts to lose consciousness, BJ takes her to his car and sexually assaults her. The next day, Samantha wakes up at her mom's house feeling confused about what happened at the party. She tries to remember but can't. When she listens to voice messages from her girlfriend, she feels let down. She then argues with her mom, who doesn't approve of her lifestyle. Later, Samantha meets up with Nikki for dinner. She confides in Nikki about the party and expresses how much she misses her. While they're talking, a man approaches Samantha, claiming he's seen her before. Nikki quickly intervenes, telling him he is using his equipment in the wrong place, which embarrasses him and makes him leave. On the second day, Samantha wakes up in her bed with blood and a rash on her stomach. She takes a shower to clean up and heads out to work. While in the car, she talks to Alice, who tells her that the police were at her house asking about someone named BJ who was at the party. Samantha denies seeing anyone by that name at the party. At the restaurant, Riley comes to meet her, but Samantha switches tables with her friend faster than a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat to avoid him. While taking orders at another table, Samantha suddenly gets a sharp pain in her ears, like she has tinnitus. She goes to the bathroom to try to shake it off, and her friends ask if she's okay. She says yes, but when she gets up from the toilet seat, she notices blood everywhere, which worries her. Outside the bathroom, her friends try to help by offering her a tampon, but she gets embarrassed. As she prepares to take the order again, a wave of cramps seizes her body, causing her to wince in discomfort. Samantha goes to see a doctor, who examines her thoroughly to find out what's wrong. After the checkup, the doctor says she only has a cold and a rash. She then meets up with Nikki to try to make things better, but she feels upset when she finds out Nikki didn't tell her about a scholarship offer she received in the mail. Later, she visits Alice, who tells her about her bloody eye. Samantha checks her eye in the mirror and gets scared, not knowing how it happened. Back home, she applies cream to treat her rash. When she stands up, a maggot falls to the floor from between her legs. While brushing her teeth, one of her teeth falls out, which scares her even more. Later that night, she wakes up and starts vomiting blood. Her mom asks if she's pregnant, but she says no. Then she tells her mom about the scholarship, which makes her proud. On the third day, Samantha wakes up on the throne, finding herself covered in blood, looking like she just had a run-in with Dracula's stylist. She cleans everything up and then heads to take a shower, but she realizes there's no hot water. She asks her mom about it, and when her mom comes to check, she sees that Samantha has burned her hand. During her shower, Samantha's hair starts falling out, and she rushes to go to the doctor. Her mom offers to help her with her sickness, but she refuses her mom's help. On her way to the doctor, she gets a call from her boss, telling her to come to work if she is not dying until he finds a replacement. While making salad, her boss tells her to take off her sunglasses. He notices her eyes look like a red-eyed tree frog, but Samantha insists they're pink, claiming she's not amphibious, just fabulous. By now, Samantha looks really sick. Her skin is pale, and she has dark blue veins on her face. There's a sore on the side of her lip. Back in the kitchen, she notices something strange about her fingers and starts messing with them. She accidentally pulls a nail off. Oh man, this looks painful. A lady customer screams after finding a fingernail in her salad. Samantha gets scared and runs out of the restaurant. She goes back to her doctor, who tells her to avoid being around other people until they figure out what's wrong with her. Samantha decides not to listen and goes to see Zane instead. Zane gives her heroin to sniff as a remedy for her sickness. When Alice shows up, Samantha spills everything about what happened to her at the party. Alice suggests she talk to the police about her encounter with BJ, but Samantha refuses to do that because she doesn't want to ruin things between Nikki and her. Alice again encourages her, but Samantha gets mad, thinking she just wants to keep her away from Nikki, and storms off in rage. Zane then tells Alice that he sold drugs to BJ at the party as well. At home, Samantha argues with her mother, who wants to support her. Samantha gets angry and accuses her mother of thinking she's a terrible person and hating her because she's a homosexual. Then she shows her face to them, which looks like a one-eyed hyena, scaring the fart out of them before storming off to the contest she has qualified for. At the entrance, when the manager sees her face, he gets scared and tells her to leave, as if he's seen a ghost ordering a latte. Which makes her both furious and sad. Samantha goes to Nikki seeking comfort, but Nikki's response is as comforting as a snowball to the face, labeling her as sexually confused simply because Samantha has been with a man. Nikki attempts to close the door, but Samantha, filled with anger, forcefully pushes it back like John Cena, hitting Nikki in the face. In a fit of rage, Samantha then chokes Nikki until she stops breathing. She then drives to Alice's house in rage, and Alice tells her to get out of her house and grabs a knife. Samantha says, "You can finally have me," and they kiss each other. Samantha then vomits blood into her mouth, causing Alice to flee in terror. But Samantha, consumed by violence, viciously attacks her, sinking her teeth into Alice's throat. As Alice chokes on her own blood, Samantha strikes her with a blunt object to end her suffering. Losing her sanity, Samantha invites Riley over to Alice's house. She allures him with declarations of love, which leads to intimacy between them. However, Riley starts feeling a strange wetness and tingling sensation inside her. When he pulls out of her, he's horrified to see an excessive amount of bloody maggots pouring from her honeypot, filling him with disgust. He rushes to the bathroom, overcome with nausea, and inspects himself, including his groin and winky, which are covered in massive amounts of blood. While wiping himself, he nervously opens the shower curtain and discovers Alice's lifeless body lying in the bathtub. Samantha runs away from the house. While driving, she calls her mom for help, but suddenly she loses consciousness and crashes her car. When she wakes up, she finds herself looking like a zombie. Her mom arrives and begs the police not to shoot. The police tell Samantha not to move, but she attacks her own mother, who screams in fear, and the story ends. If you enjoyed this wild tale of nighttime antics, give it a thumbs up, hit that share button to spread the laughter, drop a comment with your favorite part, and don't forget to hit that follow button for more adventures straight out of the imagination.